Hello everyone. Today I wanted to show you my apple bonsai. I'm not too sure what type of apple tree it is. Where I got it from, there was a big apple tree and it was in the backyard of somebody that I know. And I know the tree was a variety tree, and it had about 4 different variety of apples on the tree. So I'm not too sure which one this is. I have 2 little guys about this size, and this tree is about, I think this one's about 2.5 years old, 3 years old now. And I'm just gonna grow it to basically look like a big old apple tree, one that you would find out on a pasture somewhere, maybe where the cows are grazing, or if you're out for a walk out in the bush and you get out to some openings and you see some big old apple trees. And that's basically just what I'm growing this out to be. The height is probably about, I would say, about a foot high, close to 12 inches, and I'm certainly not growing it any higher than that. I like small bonsai myself. Maybe get a view of the top here. I haven't really got a front for it yet, because every time I trim it back, it changes my front right now pretty quickly. I haven't got a definite style in mind yet. I'm just kind of working on keeping it smaller, and I've got a couple pictures of older apple trees I could leave in the video here so I could show you guys, and you could have get a bit of an idea of how I'd like to see this shaped. So today I'm just gonna do some pruning on it here. Prune it back before I leave it go till next year. Let's see, we got some back growth on the trunk here, and I think I'm gonna leave that there for now, because I think I'm gonna like having those on there as they get bigger. I'm gonna look at more cutting the outer branches right now. I'm gonna cut this back to a downward and this back to here. And right there. So we're keeping it small, but yet I'm doing some directional pruning. Hopefully gonna have some downward facing continually downward facing branches here. I don't want this thing to take off really up too much any higher. I'd like it to come straight out and even kind of down from horizontal to vertically even. Like a big old apple tree you'd find in a wild, but even the old ones, the small ones that you find in apple orchards are very interesting. So even a shape like that for the canopy would be kind of nice. It's not looking like too much right now, but it's going to take a few years to even get it to a starting point of what I have in mind. I got it planted in this terracotta pot. It's actually a really it's a drainage dish, but I drilled a couple of holes in the bottom for drainage. I'm actually using a couple of them on my trees, and they work quite good. They're very cheap. I don't think they're great for overwintering if you leave your trees outside, because it really puts a lot of stress on them. They start to crumble and crack quite easily, but if you overwinter in the garage and stuff, they can actually last at least a couple, 2 to 3 years, so it's not too bad until I get some better pots. But anyways, that is where I should have mentioned. That's where I originally cut this little tree down. This camera does not autofocus very good at all. Well, I'll keep you guys updated on this little tree. I have another apple that I'll be getting to over the next couple days here too. Very similar size, but it is a different variety though. It comes from the same tree. There's no other apple tree around this tree that I got this from, and my other apple tree from. So they're from the same tree, but they're of a different variety. This tree has very green leaves. The other tree is more like my crabapple tree, and they have more of a reddish colored leaves. Well, that's it for this one, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.